So if people really are at risk for losing their money or even temporary access to their money, why not get out while the getting's good? Ms. DeVito, if a crisis hit the banking system, does history suggest that a depositor, even a very big depositor, needs to worry about whether they will be able to access their money if it's at a community bank?
More often than not, all failed bank depositors are eventually made whole through resolution or once a bank's assets are sold. That can take time, sometimes weeks, months, years, for depositors to get that money back. And that kind of lag and general disruption can be incredibly harmful to businesses, especially larger depositors who need access to their funds. So large depositors at smaller institutions would be right to worry.
Okay, so it's not a huge risk, but it's a real risk. And since 2007, about 7% of failed banks had uninsured depositors that have still not fully recovered their money. Now, Ms. DeVito, what about the giant banks, the too big to fail banks? Does history suggest that a depositor should worry even a little about deposits in excess of $250,000 FDIC cap at those giant banks?
No, the federal government has demonstrated that it will take actions to backstop depositors at the biggest banks, no matter the financial cost. It then does recoup those losses by levying increased assessments, but those are spread across all banks. So this has created a system of implicit, unlimited coverage for the largest banks.
So what that says is that when depositors trigger a run, they're actually acting rationally. These businesses flee to the place that they know their money will be ready for them for sure 100% when they need it. And while my community bank down the street and JP Morgan Chase may have the same official $250,000 insurance cap on paper, the fact of the matter is, if the two go underwater, the government's throwing the unlimited insurance life vest to JP Morgan Chase. Depositors run to the giant banks because they know the government will bail them out. So, Mr. Frazier, are the too big to fail banks paying for this extra measure of insurance?
So from a transparency standpoint, I can speak about my bank and how much we pay into the system. And, we pay on average 7.7 basis points is, I think, our premium that we last calculated. I know that all the institutions are subject to the same schedule of calculations related to the risks that are in place. And I'll get to your answer in a minute. And whether or not that's deposit insurance scheme fully captures those implied guarantees and risks, it's beyond my ability to assess.
Look, you just said it, though. Everybody's getting charged the same amount for these $250,000 caps, only it turns out that the too big to fail banks are getting a whole lot more than a $250,000.
Good afternoon, friends. I have breaking news to share with you today. More money will be arriving in the pockets of many Americans, but officials say the next round of stimulus relief should go out to a more targeted group of individuals, with millions of dollars available to be claimed. Numerous states are urging all residents to check if they qualify for this money. My dear friends, please do me a big favor and watch until the end of this video. Also, do stay tuned because in a video later today, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. In the year 2023, a notable trend is emerging across several states as they take proactive measures to provide relief to their residents, which is the issuance of property tax rebates. This initiative reflects efforts by state governments to alleviate the financial burdens faced by property owners. As part of this endeavor, numerous states are implementing strategies to put money back into the pockets of their residents. The rebates are designed not only to provide immediate relief, but also to stimulate local economies by providing individuals more disposable income to spend. The specific mechanisms of these property tax rebates vary from state to state. Some regions are offering a flat amount to eligible property owners, while others are structuring rebates based on income brackets, ensuring that those who may be more financially strained receive a more substantial benefit. State officials are voicing their support for these property tax rebate programs, highlighting their potential to boost consumer spending, invigorate local businesses, and create a positive ripple effect throughout the broader economy. Montana residents who own homes are entitled to a potential property tax rebate, which is worth $1,350 over a span of 2 years. Homeowners have until the 1st of October to lay claim to the rebate for this ongoing year. This can be done either through online submission or by dispatching a physical form via mail. The rebate extends to a maximum of $675 annually for property taxes incurred in the years 2022 and 2023. Rebates submitted electronically are projected to be processed and issued within 30 days of submission. Paper submissions could take up to 90 days for processing. Also, New Mexico began sending out rebate checks to eligible residents as a result of a multi-billion-dollar surplus in oil income. Eligible New Mexico residents who filed a 2021 personal income tax return in the state and who were not declared as a dependent on another taxpayer's return can receive their payments automatically, which is worth $500 for single filers and $1,000 for married taxpayers who file joint returns and head of households and surviving spouses. New Mexico residents have until May 31st, 2024 to file a 2021 return and still qualify for this rebate. President Biden has devoted the past several weeks to promoting the positive impacts of his policies, but his efforts have yet to meaningfully register with the public. Only 36% of U.S. adults approve of Biden's handling of the U.S. economy, which is slightly lower than the 42% who approve of his overall performance. Both figures are close to where Biden's approval numbers have stood for about the past year and a half, including just 2 months ago. Signs of an improving economic outlook have done very little to sway how people feel about the Democratic president. Job growth has stayed solid, with the unemployment rate at 3.5%, while the pace of inflation has slowed sharply over the past year to the annual rate of 3.2%. Biden has yet to fully bring Democrats to his side, as lingering aftershocks of inflation still weigh on people's minds. Along with members of his cabinet and Vice President Harris, Biden has been speaking about the $500 billion worth of new investments by private companies that he said came from incentives he signed into law. Just 65% of Democrats approve of Biden's economic leadership. 76% approve of how Biden is handling the job overall. A recent poll also found that 55% of Democrats say they don't think Biden should run again in 2024, though a large majority say they would definitely or probably support him if he is a nominee. The president has used the term Bidenomics to try to encompass his ideas to lower costs for people on Medicare, shift towards electric vehicles, and renewable energy. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts so far on how Joe Biden is handling the U.S. economy? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. Well, my beautiful and most amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this afternoon. My dear friends, in a video later today, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. So please make sure that you do stay tuned for that video. If you would like to enter the giveaways, please make sure that you click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed Friday.